On today, on the 3rd of August, we're talking about sentences, small, simple sentences, and some of it's got structure. And we're recording that. And so we're going to have Sister Barbara pray us in on this recording. And then we're going to talk about 7 sentences that they're going to be trying to translate from English to Ponca. So go ahead, Sister Barbara.
Thank you for this day. Glad that we could be here to continue to learn the Ponca language. And thank you for everyone's health and praying for continued good health and that we can really start to absorb all of this together. Leave the home. And thank you to our teacher.
Okay, so Jonathan, on that very first one, what did you come up with?
Let me look at it. Madinga di Kambla. Madinga di Kambla.
Okay, so Jonathan, spell it to me. I can't tell what you're trying to say.
M-A with the stadium. D/I with the stadium. G-A. G. Yeah, I-G-A. D/I is in you.
You?
Yeah, D/I. No, you actually. Just D/I.
Okay.
And then Kanbla, K, glottal stop, A, stadium, D, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and tell them what it means in English.
Madinga means to go, D is you, and Kambala means I want. So it'd be I want you to go. Am I pronouncing it now right? Mandinga?
Nekomba.
I don't want you to go.
No, look at what I wrote.
Nekambla.
The top is incorrect. The Kompla is not understood. Malinga means go, like you're just saying the word go.
Right.
Don't fit. Don't make sense.
I didn't get the word you in there. I want you to go. I just did it for I want to go. Would Belay Combla be I want to go?
That means I want to go. I want to go.
So Belay Combla. So in a way I did it right. I just missed a word. Okay.
Oh, you did good.
So
but if I want you to go, ne Kompla is the only way to say that.
I put Combla ne. So you have to put the subject first, you, and then what I want
Yeah.
goes after. Okay.
Correct.
So on the
I'm
second
done.
sentence, then if you were to use the negation and just say, ne comme she, ne comme she, I don't want you to go, would that be correct?
Say it again. Ne compte what?
Ne comme she,
Spell the G.
yeah, comme she.
Spell it.
Same as conva, and then with C, with a circumflex, they, you know,
No. Because
the
when you say
circumflex
I don't want, it's complement. It's the I form.
conblamage.
If you was to say the abbreviated form of G has reference to agi that you don't or you didn't or you won't. Balji goes for third person singular, first person plural, and third person plural. It's used for all them three different ones. There's only three distinctions in there: Malji, Aji, Balji. I can't remember if that's in the dictionary. It should be though.
I remember that though from somewhere. Um, so in the circumflex I, she.
Maji is I don't, Aji is what, and Baji is what?
Okay, look. Complamaji. I don't want to, or I don't want it.
Right.
Skanaji, or skana aji. You don't want to, or you don't want it. Okay. Gonlabaji. She, he, or it, or they, or them don't want it. Angalabaji. We don't want it.
Thank you.
Now, what are we on the third question? Or did you have
Yeah.
anything, Deb?
For that one, I didn't write down what you had said the correction was, but it was I had ne we comble baji.
That could be. It very well could be. I'll
I
count
did
that as
the B
correct.
because it's the I to you action
But
or something.
but you don't really have to do that because I want and then you go. I want you to go. Remember, you
Okay.
won't you this is not Ponca is not word for word for English.
Okay.
But that is still acceptable because if I just tell you like hey, I want you like duda, we can't blah. I want you. It's stating something, but it's not stating that I'm having the action verb of wanting you to do something. It's not that way. But it's making a statement that I want. If you say we come, but I want you, like you're telling a man or your husband, we come, but I want you.
Okay.
It's used in that form. But it could also be. We'll count that as correct as well. Nay, we come, but I want you to go. But Nick Kumbla is still understood as I want you to go. Both correct.
Number 3, why are you going? Ne eata.
Well, say it.
Ne, eata,
Alpha will always be at the beginning of a sentence.
Eata di ble.
Say it again, brother. I couldn't hardly hear you.
Eatan di ble.
Okay, the last part, spell it. The last one, I couldn't tell what you're trying to say.
B D slash E accent acute.
D?
B, right. B as in bird. B D slash E accent.
No. It's supposed to be, why are you going, ain't it, Barbara? I can't hear
Right.
you.
the question is, why are you going?
Yeah, but go ahead and think about what you just said to me, Jonathan.
You and I are going, is what I just said. So it needs
No.
to be, or why are you and I going? Because ble, according to the dictionary, says going. I am going. Over there is someplace.
Yeah, but the question was, why are you going?
Right. And eata
So how do you,
is,
so where'd you get Blake from that?
is in going.
If you was just to say going, it would be they in a dative form, or if you was just using all they, which we wouldn't most likely in this case would not use, but we would say, why is she going? And you would say, Eyata there. But that's not the question that I'm asking you. The sense that I wanted you to make is, why are you going?
So eatan D for you.
No. When you say you go, you say nay. N-E. I don't know where
Okay.
you're, so I don't understand what you're trying to say.
So it'd be eatan ne.
Yes. Eatanea. Eatanea. But I want you to see where you're making your shortcoming is. Do you understand? That's my whole goal, is to get you guys to understand. If you're not understanding, help me to help you to understand. You're saying it in the I form. Blay. Or even if you said it in the original form of the third person singular, they, that's still not what we're talking about in English. Why are you going? To go, the root form is all they. I go blay. You go nay. She goes they. We go ongale. You all or y'all go is nigh. They go is thy.
Uh, yeah, I overlooked that root form. Thank you.
Debbie, what do you have for that same question that I'm asking
Eagle,
you
can
to
you look at the
tell?
whiteboard? Can you look at the whiteboard, Eagle?
Yeah,
I
you wrote
started,
that down like an Omaha.
yeah, that's why I wanted you to look at it, because I was trying to conjugate this verb, and I only got that part.
This could be wrote like that or like that. I'm gonna lie.
Ade is we go.
All there is to go. That is the pure
go.
form of it. We've also seen this like this way too, but you can still say they and get away. You can still get away with that, but I heard it both ways in my lifetime. How's she doing staying in my window?
So that's a little different than that chart that Chris and Robin did a while back, because I printed that out.
Go ahead, send it. Send it to Messenger.
Nigh is you, plural go. Thy is they go.
Yeah.
On the guy is we go. On God,
You can say on God on that. You can say ungodly because no matter what, this pluralizes it. That's what them old people told me when I was telling you. I asked them, and then I said, "Well, can I still say ungodly?" They said, "You sure can," but they said it's not necessary. But the majority of the time, it is. Can you go ahead and read that to us on the what Robin and them put, Debbie?
Well, on the chart for go, they had the root as D/E, and then I was blay, you, nay, he, she, it, all they, I, or I guess. We, anga they, you, I, they, all thy. It's probably in, I printed it out from somewhere, so it's got to be in our notes somewhere. I will see if I can find it.
Root verb is not this. Hang on, I'm looking through my notes real quick.
I found it in the Google Classroom.
It could also be said this way on both of these. Either or, either or. This one it cannot be said. This one it could. And the reason you see it like this way, it'd be I'm gonna lie or I'm gonna lay. Those are correct. They'll all be accepted. The only way that could be here is in a question form. Every other one, they're statements.
That chart with the verbs is on in Google Classroom on May 18th.
18.
They, I, nay, you, thy or on thy, he, she, it, ongada, ongade, ongadai, we, nigh, you all, thy, thy, they all.
And it's correct. That's the same chart I made.
Yes, I'm just reading from your whiteboard. And I just wanted to make sure I was assigning the right conjugations.
All of these right here that are circled, this and this right here, all of them are correct.
Thank you.
I missed a little off subject thinking about this, but I haven't heard from Connie. I called her 2 days ago, Monday, so I'm probably gonna have to call her.
Yes, I emailed her yesterday and I didn't hear back. She's still cracking
Okay, so
jokes
back
on
to
kids.
so I haven't even seen her posting. I have to check though. I got a lot of people I follow. Sometimes they don't pop up right away. I got to scroll for about 30 minutes. So going back to the deal, regardless on it, do you understand the U and the I form, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay. Debbie, did you understand that?
Yeah.
It's awesome. So moving around doing stuff, and I'm sitting here with a video on my nose, just trying to breathe.
Well, class, that's Sister Connie.
There's Connie.
Say hello, Connie.
Hi,
Hello,
Connie. We miss you.
Can't understand them.
They said they miss you. Jonathan and Debbie and Barbara's sister. She said hello, and they said the lady said they miss you. Uh, these guys are working vigorously. They're getting it. They got it, but it's just a little bit off, and like sometimes they put it the wrong way, but they're getting there. So anyway, Barbara's gonna post stuff so on the messenger. So you'll see. All right, love you, sister. She said thank you, everybody. Love you too. Bye. Love you. She said she loves you all. She sounds really weak. She told me she's not
Yeah.
eating, and I told her that's what almost killed my sister that's younger than me. Carla would not eat or drink because she couldn't taste or smell, so she didn't want to eat. And I tried to make her over and over. Her husband tried, but like I told Sister Connie, you cannot heal without sustenance. Your body needs that energy. And Jonathan could probably elaborate more on that stuff. I don't know everything, but I do know that you got to eat to heal. You grow weaker. The lower your carbs and everything go, it just goes downhill. Okay, what do you guys got for sentence number 4?
I lived
Huh?
on tangerines. I lived on tangerines and gummy bears and toast.
Did you guys all get COVID before?
I may have had it
Jonathan?
earlier, maybe about a year and a half. I had some really strange symptoms about a year and a half. It lasted for, I don't know, a week, maybe 10 days, and then it was gone. But I never have been real sick. From it. It affects different people much differently, obviously. And it's a huge virus. It's between 28,000 and 32,000 base pairs. I studied it when it first came out. And so I won't get into a discussion about it, but it does a lot of really bad stuff. It's got the ability to suppress the immune system and then get it to overreact, which is why it kills people. And so people die because of the inflammation, because of the overreaction of their own immune system, kind of panicking at a point in time because the response is delayed because it's suppressed. So, I mean, it's if you get sick with it, it's bad. It's awful. Some of the other things about it is it actually can damage nerves, which is very bad. So I pray that she's going to be okay.
Thank you.
You had it. How did you feel when you got it?
I didn't think I was going to live. Matter of fact, today Leah made fun of me, and was a few people around me. She was making fun of me. She said, Eagle told me to cut his hair. My hair was even longer than what it is now. She said, she was making fun of me because I told her cut my hair. I said when I die, take my long hair off me. And they tried to force me to go to the hospital. I couldn't breathe. I never felt like that in my life. And then all that, but the mental thing that it had on me, it was like in my mind, I kept thinking, "You're gonna die." It's just like it made me feel depressed and like giving up. And right here where I live, I'll take a picture of it and send it to the group. There's like a grove of trees, and there's like a clearing. And I drug my chair, my little folding chair, and my hand drum. And every day I'd let my hair down, and I sat out there and I sang songs over and over until I couldn't sing no more. And I was sitting there almost limp, just barely holding my hand drum. And then Leah would make me eat, and then she'd make me walk. And then one day, in 103-degree weather, she still made me walk. She said, "You're gonna die if you don't keep moving. You're gonna die if you sit in that house." And so I got out, and I just sat down. I got about maybe an eighth of a mile. I couldn't go no further. I just sat there and I prayed. And they had my kids and Leah had to help me up, and they got me back to the house. I was sick for over 60 some days. It took me 13 months till I felt better. To this day, I still forget things easy, and I can't. It's like it did something to my focus and my memory.
It does affect that, and so it does affect the neurology. And the best way to heal is to be as active as possible, working with your mind, working with your body, all of those kind of things. Neurogenesis, replacing neurons, is going to come from using your brain.
Yeah,
And working in different areas, working on language, working on math, working on whatever it is, working hard, working your brain hard is actually going to help you to heal. Um, there are reasons for that, and so that's what makes it a scary illness. It has all kinds of stuff in it, and it does all kinds of things, and depending on the thing is, it's such a big virus. It's the biggest RNA virus ever, and it's kept capable of affecting so many people differently that it tends to attack that individual's weaknesses. Um, Kind of concerns me because I have some damage to the upper part of my lungs. Obviously, cancer, all of these kind of things, make me susceptible. I have been susceptible to pneumonia. I've had pneumonia 7 times in my life. So, all that I can do is just, if I get it, the thing I'm going to do is try to just stay as active as I can. And if it takes me down, it takes me down. But, um, it is scary. I won't go into the details of what I've studied or what I found about it. A lot of it was from studying genetics, and I have a sign in to BLAST, which is a government website where I can actually take genetic sequences and go in and run them in BLAST and find out, um, you know, what do those belong to? What group does that belong to? Where did it come from? And so there's some things that I found in coronavirus that almost had to be reverse genetics engineering. Um, I studied that in genetics class, and there are 100% matches, and 100% matches don't exist in nature, not with long segments.
but we already know, brother. We already know that it was genetically engineered. But what are we
Yeah,
gonna do as Ponca? How could we get past this? What can we do to stop it today? And what can we do to help us? And part of that, I believe, is it's not just the food, the sustenance, the vitamins,
no, it
the
isn't.
antibodies, but it's prayer. It's our spirituality. And when I felt that bad, I
Yeah,
never stopped singing our songs. I never stopped praying. I didn't give up, but I had thoughts of giving up.
there are a couple things that can be done, and spirituality is by far the most important because what happens is going to happen. God healing is going to come from God. Period. At some point in time. Um, but there's some other things as Ponkas that we can do. I took an ecology class in 2015 or 2016, I think it was, and coronavirus was one of the 5 viruses we looked at as being a real threat to the human race. And believe it or not, there was a vaccine developed by this guy that works, he is the head of the Children's Hospital in Texas. He developed a vaccine in 2013. He could not push that through study sections. It has to go through study sections and be approved before it can go on to Congress to ask for funding. He cannot even get it through study sections because there was no money to be made on it. And this is the problem. It's about
Yeah,
money, not about the people. The money
yeah,
is more important than the people, and that's wrong. And that's
yeah.
what's wrong with the society we live in. That's
Yeah.
exactly opposite of the Ponca way of thinking because it's the
Yeah,
people
of
that
course it
matter,
is.
you
But the
know?
thing is, like I said, we kind of got on this subject talking about one of our students. So
Yeah, so I hope,
when you guys watch this, so that's how we got on this topic. We're gonna go ahead and go back to the language, but one of our students has got COVID and she's not feeling well, and so we kind of got off course here. But so we're gonna redirect this back to the language.
yeah, we've Lahan. I'm sorry for that explication, but yeah, scary.
It pertained to one of our classmates, so it's okay. But you know what? We're gonna have to come up with a word for COVID. I came up with a word, and I don't feel like I liked it because we have to have words for everything that pertains to us, and COVID definitely pertains to the Ponca people.
Yeah,
It killed so many of us already, but now we got to pray about it, and say, I don't want to have COVID. You can say COVID a call. I'll blink, Manji. I'll blink come Lamanji. I don't want to have COVID. But we got to have I designated a word that another speaker is semi-speaker. He passed on since then. I'm not gonna say his name, it's not polite, but he agreed and said he thought that word would be good because when we talk about something that kills us or murder or killing us, think while they. And so, who's paid think while they a cough that kills us. Who's paid think while they nozzle e think not they while they think while they. And I don't know. I got to talk to other fluent speakers that are and more knowledgeable than I. But we definitely have to have a word for that because we had a word for smallpox. Dice. We got a word for whooping cough, for all these different things, for pneumonia.
right.
Nothing has attacked us. Nothing since smallpox has attacked us like COVID since smallpox when it decimated our tribe, our people.
Coronavirus, right. So what the word means, corona means crown. That's a Latin derivative and it means crown. And so the reason that it's called coronavirus is those spikes are like a crown, is what the virus looks like. It has those spikes on it, and those spikes is where it attaches to a receptor and gains endocytosis into the cell. That's where the word coronavirus comes from. But the actual name of the disease is severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, SARS. The scary thing is there are 5,000 coronaviruses. And there are 500 fat-related coronaviruses. This is only one of them. Sorry, my phone is going on. I don't know if that helps. I mean, if you were to say a crown that kills, that would be a very appropriate name.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a word that we'd use though. We'd have reference to everybody when we saw them get sick. They were coughing where they blacked out, passed out. And
Yeah.
so even though it's not technically just the lungs, it's the respiratory system plus it's the entire body. But anyway, we had a good class. I'm gonna put some stuff on a Google class. I'm at that Barbara. I've been having trouble putting it on there, and or Steve Connie's well enough to do it for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 to 12. If someone wants to come on, we'll do that. But go ahead and Barbara, go ahead, pray us out. We're gonna leave a couple minutes early today.
I just wanted to say sentence number 7. Greware. Let's go back. Let's go home. Greware.
That's correct.
Prayers that we all find our way home, especially from being sick. Prayers that Connie has the support and care that she needs. And prayers that we all remain healthy and that we take care of each other and that we find ways to be strong and ways for Wakanda to hear us. Thank you and good night.
Wiblaha.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.